How's everybody doing today? Welcome to the King David Super Show. I am King David. This is my first podcast that I have. This is my very first one. Without further ado, welcome to the show. This is going to be the first of many. Um, the topic of the day is why men leave. Why men leave. Why they leave relationships, toxic relationships. Um, People always have the misconception on you know that it's easy to walk away. It's easy to it's we're always being demonized. On why men walk away from relationships. So we just kind of wanted to elaborate. Me and Tony and JB wanted to kind of um, elaborate in greater detail, just from my own personal life experience and then other people's life experiences on why people walk away from, toxic relationships. Is everybody here? Hello, hello, hello.
Yeah, man. It's your guy T Swin. I'm in the building.
AB,
It's your boy Jay Bean, always the average.
welcome to the show. Even though I
What's
didn't
up,
know it was my
everybody?
show. Welcome to
One
the
down.
show. This portion of King David Super
Yeah.
powered by Dr. Trevor. You just keep going.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, if y'all don't know, man, it's your guy T Swin, man. I do transportation music. I'm an artist. I'm a father. I'm an entrepreneur. I've been knowing David since I was 10 years old. I am
Nice.
part of the Men Can't Always Be Wrong podcast too. Make sure you guys go check that out. And stay
Like, comment,
tuned, man. We're on all
Men
platforms.
can't always be
Yeah,
wrong.
exactly. Like, share, subscribe, comment. And if you're watching, man, make sure you put your comments in the chat. Yeah, man, we go live, man. We on Spotify, we on Pandora, we on Audible, we on Amazon,
All
iTunes,
streaming medias. All streaming medias.
all podcast streaming media platforms.
JB, tell us about yourself.
Well, me, I'm pretty lame. I don't really do too much.
You know what's funny? We just had a definition. What is the definition of lame?
A guy who don't do too much. That would
No,
be
no, 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 no. JB is not lame. JB's he's OG.
Give him your definition of what lame is, David. How you define
Well, we
it?
were having a conversation yesterday about we were talking about basically women that have too much experience. Well, the topic was that we were talking about was women. The thing is, most men want to lead. You know what I'm saying? So you want to be able to create new memories with whoever it is that you're with. And sometimes it kind of takes the air out of your sails whenever you're involved with somebody who has too much experience in things.
Yeah.
And that's why kind of most men want younger women. It's not because, you know, high value, low value, this, that, and the other. It's just mileage. You know what I'm saying? And it's mileage and lineage. So for example, if I'm with somebody, I want to be able to be the first person that ever taught somebody this or brought
Yeah.
the first person to ever bring somebody here. You kind of see what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
and it's weird how the roles are so reversed. So, for example, like if I took a girl to Cancun for the first time, she's like, oh, this is great. But if she's been there before, then there's really nothing that I can teach her. You know what I'm saying? And I'm lame. How
Yeah.
is it that I'm lame because I've done something that you've done?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? But if they're lame, it's just their lack of experience. So
Yeah.
my definition of lame is lack of experience. Their definition of lame is the fact that I'm not there to entertain them, or I'm not there to go the extra mile, you
Yeah.
know. So
Or you don't do, or you're not
that was
doing
the
something that
concept.
somebody else did for them before.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So as soon as there's common denominators between me and somebody else, that's no. That's an immediate turnoff. If
Yeah.
she's already done something that I've already done, or she's already or just keep that to yourself. Oh, I've
Yeah.
already done that before. And I'm like,
so
you know,
basically the right term is you're jaded.
you can say that too. You can say that too.
Yeah.
But yeah, we had that discussion yesterday, and I mean, it just kind of the topic was really great, and that kind of boiled down. We were talking about Kevin, you know, um,
Kevin Samuels.
Yeah, we're talking about Kevin Samuels, and we're talking about, high value men, high value women, and the topic kind of started getting into like toxic relationships, and it got to the point where how far does a woman have to push a man before he leaves?
Yeah.
The misconception, in my opinion, is women demonize us for leaving, but the reason why we're leaving is for our sanity. Usually, most men, in my experience, most men walk away from a relationship as a last resort.
Yeah.
Like we're almost suicidal,
Yeah.
like literally losing our hair, losing our mind,
It's messing with
suicidal.
our health. Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's like we're trying to make it work. You know what I'm saying? And the problem is with most relationships, men are rational, women are irrational, women are emotional, men are logical. And it's difficult for a man to, you know, process or disseminate bullshit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can't sit here and rationalize bullshit, and they just talk in circles and so on and so forth, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. I can honestly say, man, it used to make my head hurt. For real, bro. It used to make my head hurt. And I used to be like, oh, you listening to yourself? Because you're not making any sense. And then they would talk for 20, 40 minutes and would not be on topic. They'd be talking
No.
about something. They might talking about how the whole day went. I say, man, can you get to your point? I've been listening to you for 20 minutes. You still ain't made your point. Well, I'm getting there. How can I can get my point out in 30 seconds? But yeah, I'm gonna put this disclaimer out there now. This is not a woman hating, show or channel. We love women.
I love women.
Hey, we've been all over the world. We love women.
Right.
Love them, man.
But we just speaking from a male point of view. That's what we're doing. We're talking from a male point of view, and we're talking about our experiences and the things that we've seen, things that we lived through, or we've seen our friends and family live through.
Yeah. I'm speaking on personal experience, so
I will be too.
I'll be speaking on experience. So
one of my mentors, or a guy I consider one of my mentors, he told me that what it boils down to is two things: loyalty and respect. If you don't have things, they're gonna walk both those. Without both those things, they're gonna walk over you. So if you don't not loyal to me, then you don't love me. If you don't respect, you don't respect.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
No. I'm sorry.
Yeah, if you don't respect me enough to lead, then it's not gonna work either.
Yeah.
I'm a firm believer that in today's society is so broken. And the reason why most relationships in today's society fail is because it's not lack of love, it's lack of respect. And that's kind of that is the breakdown in our society, is as if like we are brought here to serve instead of to lead. You know what I'm saying? The problem is with most women today think that we are just here to provide and to serve, and that we don't exist. Our feelings are null and void.
Yeah.
We're abused. We're embarrassed. There's lack of empathy. It's just you don't feel like what is my purpose here? You married me for what? You know what I'm saying? So it's like they feel like after they got you, they don't have to work. It's a job. Even marriages or relationships, because most people don't get married anymore. Because like you guys had a topic, is like, is there a benefit to be married, at least in America? The answer is no. There is no zero. I can't think of one. If you are a self-made person in America, who has his own things and worked for everything that you have, there is zero. I can't think of one benefit in being married in America, because you have laws that are written against you. You have child support laws that are written against you. You have common law marriages, laws.
Yeah. In Texas is a common law state.
You have prenuptial agreements that can be broken. So it's just like there is no asset protection, zero.
Yeah.
So the people that do get married are the people that they're kind of more opportunistic people. They're kind of looking for that person to be the conduit to get them to the next level in their life.
Yeah.
And I was talking about this in a previous video, is there's three stages of love in life, and that has a lot to do with your age, your experience. You have young love, high school, high school sweethearts, young love, blind, no
Yeah.
malice. There's no
I'll say
malice, there's no
it's
nothing.
genuine. It's genuine.
Exactly. And then when you kind of kick the tires, get some miles on you, you become a little jaded. You know what I'm saying? And then when you're kind of 30, late 30s, early 40s, you start to realize that your value is down. Your value, nobody wants you because you got all these miles on you, and I can't teach you anything, and then you probably are not very fun to be around. So all you're looking for is somebody's going to settle for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be the conduit to be, to get you to the next level in your life while I'm being mistreated.
Yeah.
I won't allow that to
Somebody
happen. Yeah.
somebody say you don't want to be the guy that wasn't her first choice.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And in the back of your mind, you were not the first choice.
By the time
Yeah.
age, like you said, they're selling, man. By the time you hit your
Yeah.
40s, 50s, you're not the guy you wanted. That's you're the guy they could get.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
so the thing is I'm a firm believer, as a man, in any country, not just here, the older that we get, the wiser that we are, the more valuable we become. We can produce
Yeah.
children to 60, and
So even 80s.
yeah, and I just feel that our wisdom is better, we're sharper, with proper, as long as you take care of yourself. I'm in my 40s. I couldn't imagine being in my 30s. You know, I love my 40s. My 40s honestly are my best years, because I'm on top of my game. I got money, I have freedom. I can pretty much do whatever I want.
Yeah.
And I really truly genuinely grasp what's going on in the world, and I can understand what's going on.
Yeah.
I'm not, completely emotional about things. I'm very rational about things,
Yeah.
and I can kind of take a step back and kind of see things for what it really is.
You can
And
sit
I
back
can,
and process stuff. Yeah. You can look at it.
yeah, yeah.
Your
And
younger
not
self
take it
probably
so
would have
personal.
blew up and acted
Oh yeah,
emotional. Now you can
yeah.
step back and say, man, I don't really deserve that much energy.
Oh
This is what
dude,
it is.
18
This
year
is
old me
helps
used
me
to have to
or it
tie
hinders
me
me.
and hit me with a phone book. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't want to know 18-year-old me, because I just thought I fucking knew everything. You'd have to tie
Yeah.
me up with duct tape and fucking hit me with a phone book, because I wasn't hearing that.
Yeah.
You know. But now it's like, the thing is I'm a lot more open to things. I'm willing to listen. I can definitely look myself in the mirror and own my bullshit.
Yeah.
Identify the common denominators, see where I messed up, identify the triggers. At least for me, what I'm saying. The biggest thing, like when people fuck up or when people have issues, the main thing is like life is 90% action. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
it's 10% action, 90% reaction. Okay. That reaction factor is what's called a trigger. You see what I'm saying? So if something kind of pisses you off or makes you snap, you have to be able to identify that is my trigger. And whenever it happens, it's almost like hypnosis. You have to kind of tell yourself it's not happening. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of women know how to tap dance on your fucking triggers. You know what I'm saying? Because they want to get an emotional response out of you. Or it's not even girlfriends, it's parents, mothers and fathers, what I'm saying, grandmothers. They know how to, at least in my experience, they know how to basically tap dance on your triggers to try to get an emotional response out of you, because believe it or not, they want that attention too. It's not just girlfriends and this, that, and the other. It's parents too.
Hmm.
Whenever they get to a certain kind of age, they start feeling some kind of way. Like when you kind of walk out of the nest and you're just like, look, I'm independent now. I ain't
Yeah.
having that.
I'm
You
free.
know,
I'm free of your thinking. I have my own.
right. And
Yeah.
and sometimes they don't like that. Sometimes they feel they feel like
I've
you're still
lost.
a
I've lost
child.
the leash.
Yeah.
I've lost
You're
the
still
reins
you're
off
still
of
a
you.
child,
Yeah.
yeah, and I can control you, and I dealt with that in my late 20s, in my
Yeah.
early 30s, like especially after my divorce. It's like I kind of felt like my family just kind of felt like they were still treating me like I was a child, you know?
Hmm.
I have a question for you, fellas. So to get back on the topic. So
Yes, sir.
give me an instance when you feel like you were at your boiling point and you had to leave a woman.
Okay, I would say, I guess I started off um in my first marriage. I can honestly say I was at my boiling point. We got married back in 2001. We got divorced in 2011. So on paper, it's 10 years. But I was in the military, so we spent a lot of time away from me being deployed and due to separation. We had separated 3 times during our marriage. You know what I'm saying? And the first time it was due to infidelity. You know what I'm saying? First time it was due to infidelity. And I ain't gonna say I was perfect. You know what I'm saying? I did my stuff, but nobody knew my stuff. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Nobody knew my stuff. My stuff was hidden. You know what I'm saying?
I knew.
and so
I'm joking.
there was a question of paternity. So that's why we were separated. You know what I'm saying? Okay, we reconciled. We got back together. We said, hey, let's move forward. No more of the nonsense. Let's do what's best for these kids. All right? Got back together. Things started looking like they was hunky-dory. You know what I'm saying? Looking like they was good. And then some other stuff happened. We separated again. All right? Same bull. Infidelity. All right? So then we get back together again. This time I'm just getting back because I want to make it work for the kids. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I want to be around my kids. I've been separate. I was away from my kids for a whole year. For 13 months, I was away from my kids. You know what I'm saying? I had my character assassinated. You know what I'm saying? Everything. And my name ran through the mud, all kind of stuff. For stuff that I wasn't even doing. We got back together. Then I get stationed. We go to California. I get stationed in Japan. They supposed to come. My family's supposed to come with me to Japan. The story I got is that she made up an excuse not to come, so I'm in Japan by myself. You know? While I'm in Japan, I'm over there for a year. I'm trying to reach out to my spouse. The only time she communicates with me is when I'm sending money on payday. I'm trying to see my kids. I'm trying to get in contact with my kids. The phone will never get answered. The only people that answer the phone, my boy David, my brother, and my family, my parents and my brother and my siblings.
Yep.
I couldn't even talk to my own kids. She would never pick up the phone. Only time I receive something is on payday. I would get an email saying, hey, I love you. Can you send more money? On the first of each month, she was already getting a $2,000 allotment from me, and I was paying half of the bills from overseas too. So I'm overseas way in Japan, online paying bills and setting up auto pay and stuff, right? Back to the story though, back to the main point. So I get out the military. I come home. I find a good paying job. I get a 6-figure job. I think everything cool. Because when I got out, we had separated out. We had went our separate ways. When I came back home, it's like she was mad that I came back. Because now there's eyes on her. And now she got to follow under my rules. You know what I'm saying? So we came back to Houston. She got upset. She left. She took the kids with her. You know? We got back together. And that's when I got the good job. I got the 6-figure job. And I said, okay, everything should be good. So she made some story that her mama was sick and that somebody had died. So she had to go back to her hometown to go visit, check on her mama and go to a funeral. I'm like, okay, cool. At that time, we had a young baby, you know. The baby wasn't even a year old. And so she go back to visit. At this time, MySpace is popping. You know what I'm saying? If I hadn't checked my MySpace in months. So something tells me the man, check your MySpace, man. So I check my MySpace. And then I see a message. And it's like a day old. And it's from some chick that I don't know, but she's from Mississippi. And she knows my name, knows where I live, knows what kind of car I drive, and knows my wife's name. Right? So I contacted her. I said, man, how you know all this information about me? She said, well, I'm the chick that was fighting your wife the other day because a couple of days prior, somebody had vandalized my truck. But I was told there was some kids in the neighborhood destroying mailboxes and stuff, right? That's what I was told. So I called my insurance, fixed the truck up, repainted the hood, replaced it like acid was thrown on the truck, The chick say, nah, your truck got messed up because I tried to throw acid at your lady and it got on your truck. I was fighting your lady over this dude we both seeing. I say, whoa. I said, okay, I'm at work. So the chick tell me that my spouse telling this other guy that our baby is his. You know what I'm saying? So the dude contact me. He said, hey, man, she trying to put this kid on me. She trying to put this kid. I don't need no more kids. I got enough kids. The dude tell me, man. The dude tell me that while I was in Japan, he was living in my home, driving my vehicle. That he knows my kids. You know what I'm saying? So the dude get out the phone with me. He called her and let her know that he spoke to me. Right? So I call her up. Damn, I call her up. I said, I just got the phone with the dude. I said, he said all this stuff. Why you want to listen to everybody? Why you want to listen to everybody? You gonna believe everything everybody say? I say, man, these people know everybody I know. They know all my information, know all your information. So she had her niece there with her. And I used to, you know, they used to come over and spend the night. So I asked her to put her niece on the phone. So I asked her, I say, hey, everything this man just told me, is it the truth? And the niece says, hey, Uncle Tony, you're a good man. You know, you've been good to us. I can't lie to you. Everything that man told you was the truth. You know what I'm saying? Said, everything that man told you was the truth. Oh, man. Spouse started screaming, you my blood. Why you gonna tell him that? You my blood. So, man, at that time, I drew the line. I say, man, I done took this person from where they was at and put them in the home. They never really had to work. I paid all the bills. I tried to make things work for my kids. Here I am. I'm providing. And I got a good job too, man. Ain't that many men in America got 6-figure incomes? You know what I'm saying? It's a small percentage.
Less than 5%.
Well, that's like, it's like 6-figure, like it's like pretty. I think it's like close to like 15% of people make, you know, 100 grand or more. You know what I'm saying? And then the higher you get, the numbers get real smaller.
Yeah.
And so, man, I'm livid, bro. I'm on the phone. I'm yelling. I say, man, I've done everything for this person, and this is how they treat me. We didn't got back together so many times. I said, I can't do it no more. I can't do it no more. I got to choose me. I got to choose me. My kids gonna always be my kids. I'm gonna always be their daddy. They know they got a good daddy, so I'm still be a good daddy. I just can't be through the nonsense no more. You know what I'm saying? I've been through so much stuff. My name drugged through the mud, money stolen. You know what I'm saying? Bank accounts wiped out. All kind of stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's what made me leave. I said, man, I'm done. I done seen people that stuck around for their kids. They said they're gonna wait till their kids 18 years old before they get divorced because they don't want to lose none of their stuff. I chose my sanity and my freedom.
Yeah. And,
so that's
and the fucked up part is it was so blatant. You know what I'm saying? Just in front of everybody. And very similar to happened to me. Navy. I got married. I was dating my girl. I was dating my wife when I was still at the radio station. I was 19, I think, at the time. And every nickel that I made at that place went to her. I had an album, right? Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
I had a record label. I had an album. I had a record label. I had a job, and I was DJing on the radio. Whole 9 yards. So every penny that I made went to that woman. I paid for her BMW. I paid for her condo. I paid for everything. I was 19 years old. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I was really making money. You know, I was making money like ahead of my time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
grown man money.
Yeah, like for real. You know, and so the thing is we got into a real heated argument because she came up to my job and she just embarrassed me in front of everybody that I work with, as if like I didn't fucking matter. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it ain't lack of love, it's lack of respect. You know what I'm saying? You don't never sit there and emasculate a man at his job or emasculate a man in public. You know what I'm saying? And that's the type of shit that she did. You know what I'm saying? Because she knew, like, you know, because I come from a broken family. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I didn't have a father. You know what I'm saying? Raised by women, abandonment issues. You know what I'm saying? You know, sibling rivalries, you know, where you had one that, you know, you have your parents basically playing one side against the other, you know what I'm saying, basically playing us against each other. They hate my brother. You know what I'm saying? So I was kind of a loner. Tony and Terrell were Tony and his twin brother were my only friends. You know what I'm saying? So, and then when I was dating my wife, she didn't want me to hang out with them.
Oh,
she had an issue with them.
Yeah, you know she ain't the one, but she don't want you to hang around your friends.
Yeah, because they can see through her bullshit. So anyway, so needless to say, you know, we split up, you know, the first go round. So I joined. So the thing was, I went to the military to get the fuck away from her. And that's the truth. I went to the military to get as far away from her as possible. You know what I'm saying? Then so I was in for maybe about a year and a half, and then 9/11 happens. And I'm feeling some kind of way. So I wrote her a letter, and she knew how to hurt me. You know what I'm saying? Her words could cut me. You know what I'm saying? So I wrote her a letter. She called me up and she said some really fucked up shit to me, and it just didn't sit well with me. So I waited about 3 months. I called her back, and then we talked for a couple of days. And I'm like, I pulled a Sam Rothstein. I'm like, look, we're not reinventing the wheel. I know you, you know me. Let's just fucking get married. That's it. So I flew home 9 days later. I married her. You know what I'm saying? I thought I could change her. I knew. Here's the thing. I knew in the back of my mind that my girl was throwed off. I knew this shit, but she was a bad bitch. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't know my worth. That was the problem. The problem was I didn't know my worth. If I had a father that could have taught me about how to handle women, I would have never married her. You know what I'm saying? And because she took me to my limits, she always pressed me to my limits and always was, pushing my buttons, tap dancing on my buttons. You know what I'm saying? Until
Mhm.
one day I flipped the fuck out on her. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna lie, you know, it got physical. I'm not proud of it. I'm not the same person anymore, but I just enough was enough. You know what I'm saying? And and so we had a physical altercation, and I moved out. I left. Now, for me to walk away from that, it's like, it had to have been so bad for me to to basically attack the woman that I love. You know what I'm saying? But she, but how many times you're going to sit there and step on my feelings and embarrass me and this and that and take my money and this, that, and the other? Uh, you know, I'm not a doormat. You know what I'm saying? And I just
Yeah.
finally snapped and I had enough. And that was the first time it happened. You know, so
Mhm.
I won't elaborate on greater details. And that was before I married her. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And so after about 2 years, after 2 years, we didn't speak. I went to the military, and then like I said, I married her shortly afterwards. But look, here's the crazy part. The crazy part was after I married her, I thought that I won. Just like Tony got the job. You got this. So I moved her to New Jersey, right? She didn't have
Mhm.
to work. I got her a house. I got her a car. I had everything. I provided. I always provided for this woman, but it was never appreciated. You know what I'm saying? Men, like I'm a firm believer. All men will. I will die. Like Andrew Tate says, a man will die for a woman. You know what I'm saying? As long as she
Yeah.
gives what respect, we'll do
Yeah.
anything for respect. You know what I'm saying? And that's all I asked for, and I couldn't even get that. I couldn't even be the king of my own castle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was never treated like a king in my own castle. You know what I'm saying? And it kind of boiled down to the same types of things again. And I remember I would told Tony, I'm like, about the things that happened. He's like, dude, that is not, you were out of character
Yeah.
because this woman here knew how to make me violent. And I'm not condoning my behavior. And I was in my 20s. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the same person anymore. But the thing is when you're around somebody that, that makes you break character, it's not healthy. It's not
Mhm.
healthy. It's not healthy for you
Yeah.
because either one of us is gonna die or one of us is gonna go to jail. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And then so her thing was she was trying to basically ruin my career. The problem is in the military, you are guilty until proven innocent. And if they call your command saying
Yeah.
that either A, you're not paying them, or B, that you're being, you're cheating, or C, you're being violent, they'll separate you. They'll take all your money, they'll send her home, and they'll send you back to the barracks. So I just couldn't deal
Yeah.
with it anymore. I couldn't deal with it anymore. So I called my mom and I'm like, I was fucking broke, dude. She was spending stealing all my money. I think like after payday, I maybe had $150, maybe if even that. So my parents were sending me money just to take care of us. So they already hate her. They
Yeah.
already don't like her because they didn't want me to marry her anyway. But I had something to fucking prove. I'm like, yeah, well,
Your
the
parents.
problem was, but
That's why you listen to your parents. They save you a lot of grief sometimes.
Yeah,
Sometimes
man. They be telling you.
I should
They
have
let you know.
listened. No, I should have
hey,
fucking listened. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I should listen too.
yeah, like
I should
what Mike
listen
Tyson
too.
Because they hated her. Oh, they hated her. Oh, they hated her. And I just the thing was I just was stubborn and I just wanted to prove them wrong. I just and then more importantly, I loved her and I thought I could fix her. You know what I'm saying? That's
Mhm.
one thing I'll never do again. You cannot fix anybody. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. That's so applicable in life. You cannot force anybody to do
Yeah.
anything that they don't want to do. You can give them the greatest opportunities, available, they will not take advantage of it. They'll take it for granted because it's not from who they wanted it from. Now, if I was some fucking Joe Thug out there and so and so and so and so, she'd be all or if I was some dude from Lafayette, Louisiana selling drugs and whooping her ass, that's probably the only thing she understands. You know what I'm saying? That's the love that she understands because that's the type of that's the shit that she comes from. That's the world
environment.
That's the only thing she understands. So that's the only thing that she respects. So when you are, they always say nice guys finish last. You know what I'm saying? And in my situation, I did, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to walk away. I mean, it was just so bad that I mean, it broke my character, broke my spirit, and I mean, it just broke me, you know, spiritually, just broke me, and I had to walk away.
Yeah, like everybody's saying, everything is lack of respect. Most of the women, I always say, it's true. I'm sorry, America, it's true. Most of you American women, y'all don't respect you, man. You don't.
Put some respect on my name.
Hit the button. Respect.
Yeah.
So what it comes down to is a lack of respect, man. Because like my situation, I'm not gonna go into deep because mine is still kind of fresh, but it's a lack of respect, you know. The situation I was in was a woman that had children, and you know, I love the children like their mom. I still love the children, you know. Children are innocent, but she had an older child. You know, she had some. I'm not gonna go into it, but she had some stuff, tragic stuff happen, and she treated her daughter more like a friend than a parent. So, so then it became a situation to where it's like it's me and her against you know, and you letting her. I'm trying to lead both of y'all to to something better, but y'all still on that same BS that the other man put you through, you know. So you should letting her child participate in stuff that she shouldn't even be participating in, like and I'm trying to correct it, but you fighting me because like it's okay, you know.
The problem is like especially in already made families, it's a losing battle because you can't discipline their children. You know,
outside authority.
Yeah, because number one, they're not going to respect you, or even if they do respect you, they're going to test you.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? They're going to test you, and then of course it's a losing battle. So you know, because it's like, look, I can't discipline your child. You know what I'm saying? All I can do is try to groom them to the best of my ability in a diplomatic way. But you know, once they cross that line, it's like, look, I got to take a step back, and I'm like, look, this is your child. You're gonna have to handle them. You know, or then what ends up happening is it gets to the point where they're eating your food, you know, your house, living off the fruits of your labor, but they're breaking all your rules. And it's like, look, you can't have both. You know what I'm saying? Follow them up because what ends up happening is you'll have one side playing against the other. So you're basically defining your rules, and then they go around you and they undermine you by going around your rules through their mother, and their mother kind of basically makes it appear like your rules don't matter. You see what I'm saying? And of course now you two are fighting because it's like, look, how are you going to sit here and have me discipline or try to instill proper values, in this child's life, and I'm trying to be a positive male role model, in this person's life, and you're undermining me. You're undermining my authority. I can't even be a king in my own castle. So which one is it? And that's kind of like, that's a deal breaker for me.
But unfortunately, love plays a role, and you don't think straight when you're in love.
No, I get it. I understand. But that also has a lot to do, with experience. You know what I'm saying? How many times you've been through this. So like, 43-year-old me, I wouldn't even put up with it. 33-year-old me, I'd probably compromised. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if y'all see, but if you can read this tattoo on my hand, what it say? Free. Yeah, when I got divorced, I got this tattoo. when I got the military too, man. Yeah. Free.
Yeah.
I'm up out of here.
Yep. Hit the like button, fool.
Yeah.
But
exactly.
But yeah,
Yeah, so man, the respect is mainly the main reason why most men leave.
It is. It
Lack of
really is.
respect.
Lack of respect, and just it is, again, it's like, it's not about money. It is not about money. It's not about control. All it is like, just treat me like a king in my own castle. And if so, the thing is, if we have a set of rules, we have to collectively abide by them. I can't be enforced. I can't be, passing laws and you're undermining laws. Do you see what I'm saying?
And
Yeah.
not that,
It's a broken government.
and not only
You see-
when you're involved, you're sacrificing. We sacrifice time, money,
Resources,
yeah,
Health,
health. The
bro.
biggest thing is time. Time you can't buy back.
time back.
Time you can't buy back. Money comes and goes, but time is finite. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Time is finite. We are limited.
Yeah.
So
Life is short.
I'll be damned. What I'm saying, if I allow somebody to waste my time, because my time is so valuable. And
Yeah.
especially now, because you got to think about it. You got to think about it as a man in America. Think about it. How many good years do you got left? I want you to really think about this before you answer. How many good physical years of all your scruples and all your faculties do you honestly think you got left? I'm going to tell you.
Man.
Me, maybe 20 years. I'm 43. All my uncles have died in their early 60s. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My
You got time to play around.
Exactly.
I always tell people I have 20 Christmas, I got 20 or 30 Christmases left.
Exactly. But the thing is like, the
Yeah.
older you get, the faster this,
Yeah.
the faster the
clock-
time is going.
The time is
clock is
going.
ticking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, if
Because for us, it's just a couple paychecks and it's next year.
Yeah.
New Year's
exactly.
Eve, paycheck, New Year's Eve.
Yeah, if you listen to my song Insight, I say, man, I got about 38 summers. You know what I'm saying? That's another way to put it.
Yeah.
Because like I take pretty good care of myself, and the men in my family, they usually can get around by 70s. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I say I'm in my 40s. So that's why I say I got about 38 summers. So I believe between 7. I don't want to speak it into existence between that 70 and 80.
I want 270. I want that stem cell with the Elon with the neural link. Yeah. Come on.
Yeah.
I volunteer for science.
Yeah.
But I'm being serious. Like, in all seriousness, I've lost. The thing is like, this is what I learned. Life is really about. It's not about money. It's not about material things. And here's the thing: the society that we live in has our minds so fucking warped. You know what I'm saying? They have us warped into being minions, workers, drones, and they want us, they are purposely separating us. They're separating us in classism, to keep us not like focused on the big picture.
Distracted.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we are totally distracted by things and social media, but it's fucking class. It's classism. It's not, it's classism before racism. It's really, that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's all about money. You know what I'm saying? And what they're trying to steal from you is they're trying to basically break your family down. You know what I'm saying? What are we not doing anymore? We're not spending time together anymore. We're not taking vacations. We're not, having, great memories and stuff like that. You honestly think like, you have a grandmother and all her offspring, she has like, 4 daughters and 5 sons and this, that, and the other. And because of that one woman, she created probably 70 different people in one bloodline. Do you think anybody cares about a fucking Birkin bag? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're celebrating this woman and the memories and the time that she has created. And as I'm getting older and as I've acquired things and I've lost things and I've acquired things and I've lost things, I start to realize that it's not about things. It's about people. The memories that you create,
relationships and
time, the relationships that you love, because when you're gone, you're gone. And there's nothing more devastating than losing people that you love in an unforeseen way. I've had to bury half of my family in the last 5 years. Half of them, like half of my bloodline, is wiped out. So when you start, there's no dollar amount that you can give me that will replace this person. You know what I'm saying? It's so devastating. So that's why I'm so critical about who I have, in my immediate circle of influence.
Yeah.
My circle of influence to me. So for me, I put more value in the friends the person that I call my friend than any relationship with a woman. You know what I'm saying? Because to me, it's subjective. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, to me, it's all business. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
JB, what's that quote that Mike Tyson say about the mother and your woman? What's that quote?
I remember exactly how he said it. He said that everything that the woman does is for her survival, but everything that your mother did was for your survival. To that, I don't know if that's exactly like that, but it's the truth.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. He said, I think he said something along the lines like nobody will love you like your mama because everything she did was for your survival, and everything your woman does is for her survival.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you got at least in today's world. See, the thing is, people back like 50 years ago, they didn't even believe in divorce. That was taboo. They would just sleep in separate rooms. You know what I'm saying? They might even be cheating on each other and this, that, and the other, but they never left each other. You know what I'm saying? 50 years ago, there was no children out of wedlock. It was very taboo. You couldn't show up to church with a child out of wedlock. Now that's the norm. You know?
They made everything that was taboo untaboo.
Yeah.
Then they're cramming it down your throat, and I'm not even going to go. You already know I'm going to go with this.
Yeah.
Go there, but you already know. Like in the '90s, that was not it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We knew about
it. No more playing GA.
But it wasn't crammed down your throat the way that it is now. It's like, look, I get it. I respect you, but respect me. You know what I'm saying? So the problem is I'm not getting the respect that I deserve to deflect. I'm like, look, you stay on your side of the block. I'm gonna stay on my side of the block. But now I'm being demonized by having a fucking opinion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like if I'm not part of the popular opinion, now I'm being canceled.
Yeah.
You know?
The problem to me is like now we have back then we had freedom, but we had boundaries. Now we have all this freedom. Now we have no boundaries. So that's why everything is so out of whack. We did stuff, but then we knew we get to a certain point that like say
I'm not crossing that line.
Yeah, like me, I'm 43 years old. I still today feel funny drinking in front of them, doing anything wrong in front of them. And I'm grown.
Yeah.
But that's just a respect thing.
Yeah, just like
we got gray hair and everything.
Like I don't like I won't cuss in front of my parents, and I won't cuss in front of my grandparents. You know what I'm saying? It's just respect. You know what I'm saying? I don't do it, and sometimes I still like I feel funny having to. I know it's part of manhood, but sometimes I feel funny having to drink with my pops because I still hold my pops to a high regard. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like I'm on the same level as him. I still give him that respect.
Yeah,
and that's the respect thing. Is like there's certain things that you wouldn't do in front of certain people, and now kids
now
and women.
There's no governor. There's no governor. People do it for shock. Here's the thing: people they don't even do it because they're doing it. They're doing it for shock value.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. People today are just doing shit because they just want attention. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because most people today are so broken, they seek validation. They seek validation through like
TikTok,
and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? They honestly think, well, here's the problem. The problem is social media was exactly what it was. Social media was designed to be more like a diary. You know what I'm saying? My personal thoughts, my Facebook, you know what I'm saying? That was like a diary. You know what I'm saying? These are my thoughts. These are my, my innermost, deepest, whatever. Right. And I'm sharing it with people in my immediate circle of influence.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And now these things, now it's being weaponized. Your Twitter, your thoughts are being weaponized, which I just don't understand. I thought this is this was the free, our First Amendment, but now we don't have that anymore.
Nah,
now you're not even allowed to publicly think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're being silenced. You know what I'm saying?
Because cut you off, but they don't sit like when you say, "Oh, that's it for you,"
Mm-hmm.
Unless you fail, he gets away with murder.
Yeah.
Nah. He educated with it. He got history. He got history and facts behind his points. Yeah, so you can dislike or disagree with the delivery, but it's valid. You know what I'm saying? There's truth in it. Yeah, it says it's truth in the medicine.
One of our great minds of this era. I don't care nobody.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Yeah. Dave Chappelle.
Oh yeah. Rick Dane, bitch.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Rick James. I had another one, you rich motherfucker.
Yo, the sign is real simple, B. It says wrap it up. Wrap that shit up, B.
Yeah.
Yep. But as far as like, you know, back on topic is like, you know, what kind of just makes people snap, you know, the thing is like, as a man, you know, I take it very personal that I would have to walk away from something that I knew that I couldn't fix, you know, and I think people have a misconception that they think that we were walking away or running from our responsibilities. It's, and we're not, you know what I'm saying? We're not. That's not the case. The case is it's extremely embarrassing, number one. To me, like for me to walk away from a relationship, you know, it hurts me more than you can imagine because it's like I feel like I failed. I can't fix it. You know what I'm saying? But you have to kind of come to terms with yourself, you know, as a adult, where you start to kind of look and see things prior to even walking in, where it's like you can see common denominators. You're going to start seeing actions and reactions and whether you two are even yoked. You know what I'm saying? Where you start to realize, do I really want to, do I really want to mess my peace up trying to even be involved with somebody like this? You know, I look at things totally different now. You know, I engage things different. You know, I'm looking for fail safes, and I'm kind of looking to kind of see how you tick. You know, most people don't. Most people, you know, I can give you an example. I have a lady friend of mine who met this guy on Facebook on the dating app. And I guess they hit it off, and she was recently just like the ink on her divorce was not even dry. And I shit you not, within 6 weeks, she's already announcing to the world, oh, we're together, we're gonna get married, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, no, you're in fucking rebound. You know what I'm saying? And you know, and then more importantly, it's like the problem is with most people today is they don't take the time to invest into somebody to actually learn to see are you even fucking compatible?
Yeah.
Problem is they're already living together and they've already complicated their life with children. They don't even know each other.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You don't even know each other, and now you're trying to figure it out. You're literally freestyling your whole relationship, and this is why you don't get along. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You didn't take the time to even, you know, court, date, you know.
They didn't even take the time to heal themselves or take time to really find themselves and repair whatever trauma they experienced if they did in the last relationship.
Exactly.
They didn't
take the time to even learn, you know, where they messed up or where where the opposite messed up. They didn't, you know, you have to allow yourself time to heal, you know, and more importantly, to be able to kind of see be able to identify red flags. You know what I'm saying? It's because a lot of people, mostly women, you know what I'm saying, older women, they just want to, you know, come home to a warm bed, and they'll just settle for anything they can get. You know what I'm saying? And some guys are that way too, where they just kind of subject themselves to the wrong women, and they'll put up with abusive women or women that use them, you know, and in the back of their mind, they know that they were, you know, not the first choice, but they're settling because they have, you know, they lack the self-worth, you know what I'm saying, to think that I can do better.
They think if the woman leave, they ain't gonna get no more coochie.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I mean, dude,
they're like, man, I can't let this coochie go. I don't know when I'm gonna find another piece. I got to hold on to this.
And you could get on a plane and you can fly to Colombia,
tell them, Dave, what
Thailand.
can they do?
You could get on a plane, book a tour.
Dave is an international player. He's an international player, man. Hey, when Outkast and UGK made that song,
that is my that song was written for me, sir.
International players,
just in my experience, and you know, I'm being honest. You know, around my 30th birthday, you know, every guy kind of goes through that whole strip club phase. You know what I'm saying? You know, what are you guys doing? It's 12 o'clock. We had the butt naked. You know, you know, everything. The common denominator is the butt naked. Man, dude, it's Wednesday night. We're at the butt naked. It's Sunday. We're at the butt naked. You know what I'm saying? At the butt naked club. You know what I'm saying? So like, literally, you know, like broke as fuck, but somehow, some way, we paid off the doorman. We paid off the parking lot. we're there, you know. So we, you know, I mean,
Yeah.
and that bro, that was 10 good years of my life. You know what I'm saying? At the naked. You know what I'm saying? I spoke
Yeah.
butt naked, butt naked. I spoke the language. I
Yeah.
spoke ho.
You were there.
Yeah.
H-E-A-U-X. I spoke ho. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
We know some crazy strippers.
Yeah,
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
I knew
So the thing is, go ahead.
she was a double win. What the? I'm like, no,
So
you
the thing is like everybody kind of goes through that like rebound shit, you know, where they're kind of the thing is they don't really kind of know their worth, so they're kind of subjecting themselves to kind of like these types of women, kind of thinking like we're just kind of lost, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So you kind of get yourself involved with these toxic ass women, and then I got involved with a lot of them, you know what I'm saying? And so you start to realize it's like, God damn, this there's no substance to this. Granted, she's pretty. You know, my grandmother says
Yeah.
like, you know, shit comes in pretty packages. You know what I'm saying? She says it in Italian, so it sounds
Yeah.
a lot better. But basically, what she says
Hey,
is
the
shit comes
other
in
ones
pretty
too is
packages.
you can't
Yeah,
shine a turd. You know what I'm saying? That
yeah.
one.
Yeah. So the thing
Yeah.
is as I start, the thing is like the more women that you get involved with, you get more experience with, you know.
Yeah.
And what you start to realize is it's like, you know what, I really don't need to have this, or you know, I'm sorry, this, you know, somebody like this. I'd rather kind of scale it down a little bit and have somebody with some substance. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And the thing was, is because I was dating all these fucking whores, you know, I didn't understand women. I didn't even know how to talk to them because I'm like, hey, bitch, you know, whatever, you know, I had no. The thing was, I was truly lost as
Let's
a
go.
person. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You know, come
Yeah. Let's
on,
go.
I pay. You come. You know, so, you know, you know. So the thing was, I was just lost as a person. I didn't get it.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
literally had to have like I had to have plutonic girlfriends that kind of had to tone it down. And they're like, David, you are fucking lost. You don't get it. You don't know how to talk to women. You know what I'm saying? And I started to develop like really great friendships with women.
Mhm.
Really, really, really amazing friendships where I truly actually learned how they ticked, you know, how they have feelings, you know, that they hurt and what they really think and this, that, and the other. And then what I started to do is I stopped dating women. I totally stopped dating women. You know what? I became big fucking brother. I became big fucking brother, and I learned to learn how to. I learned how to understand how they felt. You know how to solve their problems, this, that, and the other. And then what I started realizing was I didn't have a girl problem anymore because I could relate to them. You know what I'm saying? Because I was kind of like big brother. They're all these girls. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy. The prettiest women, the most beautiful women, are the loneliest. They are the loneliest. You know what I'm saying? And you'd be shocked. You know what I'm saying? We just kind of sit there and just kind of listen to the things that they tell you. And I'm like, you know, and then you start to realize how thrown off they are. I'm like, man, I really can't date these girls. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I really can't date these girls. So,
It's crazy.
exactly. So around my 30th birthday, I was just kind of just burned out with all these chicks. So I'm like, you know what, man? I remember my buddies in the Navy was always telling me about Thailand. So
Yeah.
I flew to Thailand. I went there for 2 weeks, changed my life. Like Stan says, changed my life. Yeah, yeah. And
Yeah.
ever since then, it's just like I started to learn my worth. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You get treated totally fucking differently. You know what I'm saying? You get respect. You know, you get all these things. Now, granted, people out there are just as thrown off as they are here. However, they don't lie about it. They're very transparent about who they are and what they want. Here, they use words like love and forever and marriage, and they disguise all those things with love and marriage and all this bullshit, and they fill your head with lies, making you believe that you have something that's fucking real. And as soon as you lower your guard and give them what you want, they fuck you. And that is the reality of it. As sad as it sounds, that is the true reality of it. And social media has not helped. I don't care what country you're in. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
all pretty women in every country know they're fucking pretty,
Yeah.
and they're all trolling for tourists. You know,
Yeah.
so I would just say this: just you know, they are just more transparent about who they are as people. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to sit here and bullshit you and tell you that, you know, a spade is it, they're not going to sit here and try to mislead you into believing that something is real when it's not.
Yeah.
They're just going to let you know, look, we have an understanding, wait your turn.
Mhm.
That's just kind of what it is. So when I went out there, it was so hard for me to go out there with this Western philosophy. I had to unlearn everything that I fucking learned.
Yeah.
And that was hard. That was very hard. So now kind of when I deal with people, I just kind of like I just discard them like I discard a pair of underwear. I'm like, all right, whatever.
Yeah,
I
you're
don't
not an asset, you're a liability.
yeah, I don't care. I can buy another pair of drawers. You know what I'm saying? I got 38 pairs, so
Yeah.
all colors of the rainbow. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
so the thing is once you kind of understand that, so I know it sounds funny right now, but what it is, if I was to ever have sons, I want them to do everything that I did, because the reason why is you have that experience where you learn your worth. You're not going to compromise yourself with this one experience, with this one person who told you that they loved you. They told you what you wanted to hear, instead of you having the life experience to be able to decipher bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And I've had the life experience, with marriage and being in every country, you could ever imagine, with every woman you could ever imagine, telling me the same bullshit so I could smell it a mile away.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And our young men need to be able to have that opportunity to experience this. So when they finally have realized, like, you know what, I need a woman with substance. When they finally do settle down, they settle down. They have
Yeah.
committed. You know what I'm saying? Because after a while, it gets old. It's boring. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you just want somebody who could truly challenge you and make you a better person. And that's kind of where I am now. I have a girlfriend. I'm happy. She's from China. She's not from here. She betters me and I better her. You know what I'm saying? And I truly
And
can honestly tell you, I
she's a
love her.
helpmate. She's a
Yes.
helpmate.
Yes. She makes me better at what I do. You know what I'm saying? She's made me a better person, but I would not be that unless I had this prior experience. And I got it all out of my fucking system. Now, granted, I know it sounds funny and everything, but I encourage it. I encourage you to go do this. Go do it. Get it out of your system. So when you finally do meet that right woman, you're going to appreciate her. You're going to appreciate her substance. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to be able to bubblehead the rest of your fucking life. That shit is boring. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I mean, that's just my experience. I mean, I can't speak for other people,
And another thing, man, for you young men, if you got an uncle or you got a father, you got a male figure in your life spitting this game to you, pay attention to it, because you're gonna come across it in your life at some point in time, and you're gonna have to make those decisions and exercise this teaching that you got, because it will come across it. As long as you're a man,
you will be tested. The main thing is you will be tested, and you'll be tested by that one the one that you really want.
Yeah.
It's going to be the one that you really want that's going to compromise you. And the one that you really want that compromises you is the one you're going to have to say no to. You know what I'm saying? And that's going to be the hardest.
Exactly.
That's going to be the hardest decision you've ever had to make, is the one that you wanted is the one that you can identify that is compromising who you are as a person. Because if you get involved with this person, it's going to be nothing but it's going to be toxic.
Yeah.
You're gonna break character. You're gonna end up losing money, hair, assets, liability, whatever. Your freedom.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Children, time. You never fucking know. You got to make sure that this person is 100% on your side. And so whenever you choose a mate, it's just in my experience, you got to make sure that this person is on your side. Whose side is she on? Is she on my side? Is she on her side? You know what I'm saying? And I can honestly tell you, in my whole heart, my woman is on Team David. You know what I'm saying? She's on, and that's the reason why I can honestly tell you, because I haven't had a actual fucking girlfriend, in what, 15 years? You know what I'm saying? So, I can honestly tell you, I am a changed person, but you know what? I didn't think women like this even existed, but clearly somewhere in China, here we are. Clearly somewhere in China, they created something out there, and it made its way here about 6 years ago, and here we are,
Yeah. And I've been to China, so I can vouch for that.
know,
I've been to China, I've been to Korea, I lived in Japan, and I've been to Brazil. And when I went to Brazil, I did not want to come back.
Different walk of life, different everything. It's a different thing. But I would just say this for all men: go and experience it. You know what I'm saying? Have fun. Yeah, hoo ha ha. I get it. Experience it. But while you're experiencing it, I really want you to take a good, assessment of yourself, your life. you start to realize like goals that you set that you start to realize it's like you don't really need to set those goals anymore. Were those your goals or were those her goals? You know what I'm saying? Were those
Mm-hmm.
my goals or were those her goals? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You know what I'm saying? Was that my dream or her dream? You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, all I want to do is I want the party not to stop. And as long as I can afford to kind of keep the party started, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to be rich. And that's the beauty of whenever you leave the country. When you leave the country, you don't have to be rich. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You just kind of plan vacations. You do them every 3 months. You work hard, you play hard. You know what I'm saying? And you will have a great life. I don't care if you work at
Mm-hmm.
fucking McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know, save your fucking money. Go to
He's be the
Medellin, Colombia.
supervisor.
Yeah, go to Medellin, fucking Colombia once every 6 months. Have a great week. You know what I'm saying? And plan it again. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Next time around, go to Pattaya, Thailand, or go to fucking Angel City, Philippines, or go to Sosua, Dominican Republic. There are
Yeah.
places. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There are places that are economically, sound for somebody who just wants to have a good time and let his hair down and feel like a fucking man. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And you don't have to sit here and subject yourself to this Western philosophical
BS.
baggage. You know what I'm saying? You know, just you know, I would encourage just somebody, just young men, go out, have fun, soil your oats. But while you're doing that, pay attention. You know what I'm saying? While you're doing it, pay attention. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
you're going to start to understand that your philosophies will eventually start to change. Every year that you grow, you're going to go more left or more right. You know
Yeah.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You know what I'm saying? And for about 5 to 10 years, I was more right, and now I'm kind of more back to normal. You know what I'm saying? Because I started dealing with them psycho bitches out there. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, God damn, I thought they were psycho here. They're real psycho there. You
Yeah.
know, and ain't no laws.
Yeah.
They'll kill you. You know. So but
Yeah.
but the thing is like, the experience is fucking priceless. The experience is priceless.
Yeah.
You know, that is my advice.
Now I'm gonna tell everybody out there, man, if you're watching and you like what you're hearing, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you share, you subscribe, comment, spread this video out. Make sure you subscribe to the Real King David, the King Started Today YouTube channel. And make sure you check me and JB, Steve O, and LDC1 out on the Men Can't Men Can't Always Be Wrong podcast, man. You know what's up? And we're on,
wrong.
yeah, and we're on all platforms, man.
All
Spotify,
platforms,
iHeart,
we can't never
Amazon,
be
Audible,
wrong.
everywhere.
Can't never be wrong.
Blog Talk Radio. Exactly.
Get about Anchor.
Anchor. Yeah, check us out.
Spotify.
Pandora. Yeah, we on all of it, man.
Apple
So,
Music.
man, we thank y'all, man, for sharing this evening with us, man, and listening. And hopefully you got some good information and some and some game, man, to help you out in your life.
One person, if this on, look, if this just changes one person's life, or if this even just kind of just gives you the opportunity just to kind of get a breath, a fresh air of maybe I was thinking wrong this whole time. The most important thing of this entire, at least for me, the summary of this is like you got to be able to identify are you serving your master or are you serving somebody else? Are you living for yourself or are you living to please somebody else?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that is the most important thing. You know what I'm saying? You got to make sure that you're taking care of number one, because if you don't take care of number one, you can't take care of anybody else. So if you're
Exactly.
always taking care of other people, you will break down. Just like a car, like a road, whatever. If you drive on that road long enough, that road's going to need maintenance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and what ends up happening is if you drive on a bumpy road, you're going to destroy your vehicle. You know what I'm saying? So you got to take care of number one. So you always got to look out for number one first. So the problem is nobody else is looking out for number one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to, most important thing is you got to be able to identify, number one, am I happy? Am I serving my purpose? You know what I'm saying? And am I doing these, or am I serving somebody else's purpose?
Yeah.
And
am I achieving my goals?
Correct. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with do it baby steps, small goals. You know, everybody has this misconception that you got to be fucking rich. You don't. You don't. You don't. You know what I'm saying? You just got to be able to find freedom where you can enjoy yourself when you want to do it. That is my ultimate goal. My ultimate goal is not to be rich. I just want to have to be able to freedom to do what I want when I want. Because at the end of the day, if I only have 20 good years left, right? It doesn't matter how much money I have. When I die, I'm gone. That's it. You know what I'm saying? I just want to be able to have some great memories with the people that I love, you know what I'm saying? And vice versa.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And hopefully I could groom people and teach people and help people, you know what I'm saying, to become better people. That's it. That's really what this is all about.
Mm-hmm.
We can all agree that it boils down to the one thing, and that is respect.
Respect.
Put some respect on my name.
Yes, sir.
All right.
And the thing about that, and another thing too is like, and I had a doctor tell me this: if you don't remove your stress and do something about it, the body will do something about it.
Oh yeah, that happened to me recently.
It'll start messing with your health. It'll break you down. You know what I'm saying? And I heard that advice and I didn't take it, and I blacked out. I passed out. I was under so much stress and I wasn't doing anything to remove it or combat it. You know what I'm saying? And I blacked out. I woke up. I was laying in the middle of a parking lot. I blacked out. So take care of yourselves, man.
This happened to me. What a week ago? Not even a week ago.
Yeah.
I'm driving home from work. I got all these properties. I'm a property manager and I am a real estate developer. So I have a lot going on in my life. I have a lot going on, with, taking care of my family, just I wear a lot of hats, you know what I'm saying? And what ends up happening is sometimes we kind of lose sight of like how much pressure we really have. And I literally thought I was having a stroke. The right side of my face went numb and I thought I was having a brain bleed. Like it was the worst shit ever, you know what I'm saying? And then so I admitted myself into the hospital. They did all these scans of my brain, and comes to find out I had this really weird vertigo. My vision was doing this. My eyes, my entire universe was doing this, and the ground was doing this. So I'm literally vomiting and pissing at the same time. You know, your body literally my body was just like, nope.
The body will take over.
Yeah, I was literally in observation for 7 days with a neurosurgeon. It was that bad.
And know what's so chronic is that I too have blocked out because of stress. And you see, it's 3 different men up here, and all of us have experienced a point that we've been so stressed.
And we're all in our early 40s. We're all 43.
But this happened to me when I was in my 30s.
Yeah, it happened in my 30s too.
Called a tilt table test. And what they do, they strap you to a table and they give you nitroglycerin and try to make you pass out to determine why you blacked out. And
they did a chemical stress test on you, right? Or something like that?
I was perfectly fine. What blacked me out was my stress.
Yeah.
You
know, your health is your wealth. And that is your greatest asset. Your greatest asset is your body.
So that being said, they take us for granted. They don't understand how much pressure, because a woman could be a woman, but a man has to become something,
Yeah.
So we're always competing. We're always competing to be number one. Competing against each other. You know what I'm saying? We're always,
it's a constant. We're in constant conflict. They don't even realize it.
Yeah.
And after a while, it's very draining. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully you've made enough, decisions, smart decisions in your life where you don't have to sit here and compete with others in order to make a livelihood. Because after a while, it's just like, man, my body can't handle it no more.
Yeah.
It's like you have people that work at refineries and they're turning wrenches and turning valves and this, that, and the other. It's strenuous. It's like, you don't want to be doing that shit.
Working around in hazardous environments.
Yeah,
dangerous vapors, chemicals. So,
it's like, the money's there, but what good is it when you're fucking dying? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I learned a valuable lesson while I was laying in that room. It's like, man, fuck this. It's like I'm just stressing myself out over here trying to be maybe something that I'm not intended to be. Sometimes it's just just like, what, God, all right, whatever it is you want, I accept. And so what I did was I finally just kind of accepted the fact that what, maybe I just won't have a good year. That's fine. My health or my mental well-being is worth more than trying to kill myself trying to create some arbitrary figure in my brain that would make me feel better. Do you understand what I'm saying? And so I have to ask myself the same question. Am I serving myself, or am I serving somebody, or am I serving somebody else? You see what I'm saying? Am I serving who I'm intended to be, or am I serving some make-believe, farce of what I'm trying to be? Sometimes it's better just to kind of accept things for what it is.
Hey,
sometimes
we got somebody with a comment, man. John L. Yeah, John L. put free top T. That's the
What
truth,
color
man.
is your
Free
Bugatti?
that man.
What color is your Bugatti?
Yeah, man.
They got that man locked
Yeah,
up for
free
telling
Top G, man.
the
Yeah.
So, you know, there's nothing wrong with kind of taking a step back at least once a year and reassess your philosophies on yourself. Because sometimes, you know, sometimes we go
Mhm.
left. You know, sometimes, you know, we think we're on the right path, or sometimes, you know, we're trying to become something that maybe we're not supposed to become. You know what I'm saying? And you hit that fork in the road, and all of a sudden you do something totally different, and it's so much better, and you're happier, and you're making the money you want to make. You know, it's just like you're trying to put a square peg in a round hole. It ain't meant to be. You know, and
Yeah.
either life will handle you on life's terms, you know, or it's going to handle you whether you like it or not. You know, but usually what ends up
Yeah.
happening is life handles you on life's terms, and you have to be able to accept it. You know, otherwise it's gonna hurt you even worse, and it's still gonna put you on that side of the road. You know, whether you choose the right
Yeah.
woman, whether you choose the right job, whether you choose the right faith, whether you choose the right philosophy. You know, these are things that you kind of have to take, you know, into consideration as a man, and as you grow, and also the things that you teach. You know, as you're learning, you need to be teaching. You know what I'm saying? So people learn from your mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
you got to
Yeah.
pass, especially if you have children. You got to pass what you learn on to your children, so they don't go down the same road you went down, make the same mistakes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. All right.
In summary, you got anything, JB?
Man, it just goes down to respect, man. If you respect me, you love me. If you don't respect me, then
Respect is love.
Yep,
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was well said.
Yeah. You got, man, just want respect, peace, man. Peace. And everything will work out. That man will run through the wall for you.
Yeah,
You
he'll
respect that
die for you.
man.
A man,
Exactly.
like Andrew Tate says, a man will die for his woman for respect. Men go to war for respect. You know.
Yeah. You see that in women, if you see that man, he start getting quiet, he stop interacting with you, he start distancing himself from you. You need to talk to that man. You need to do an evaluation on yourself and see if you're doing anything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
need to
See what's
check
going on. You know, don't always just unload on that man. Ask him how he doing. How's he feeling? You know what
You
I'm
always,
saying?
yeah, because the biggest misconception is the strongest person is always all right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The big misconception is that rock, the person that everybody leans on when they're doing bad, you know, they never check on them to see if they're doing good. You know what I'm saying? Because like I would say, like probably me and my brother are probably the top of the food chain in our bloodline. So people always assume the thing is all good, you know, with David and Danny. You know what I'm saying? But the fact of the matter is we have so much responsibility that you wouldn't even want to be in our world. You know what I'm saying? It would make you want to put a gun in your mouth. The stuff that we're responsible for. You know what I'm saying? If I was
Yeah.
to tell you these things, like if I
Man.
was, you would want to fucking vomit. You know what I'm
Man.
saying? So it's just like you don't want my world. You don't want my life. You know,
Yeah.
but people always kind of seem like the strongest person, you know, always just has it figured out. No, the strongest person, believe it or not, they need to be checked. Just like even therapists. Therapists have therapists.
Therapist, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Therapists have therapists because they
Exactly.
have to deal with broken people.
And they're
You know what I'm
human.
saying? And they're
Yeah.
human. You know what I'm saying? So it's like me out of all people, it's like, God damn, dude. It's like, you know, I have to have reality checks, like, you know, with the people that I love, you know, like, and I talk to Tony. We talk every day. I talk to Tony more than I talk to my own brother. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, me and
You
JB
know,
talk every day.
yeah. So it's like you know, if I don't have those people in my circle, because to me, that's your circle is healthy. You know what I'm saying? The people you have in your immediate circle, like you should talk daily. You know what I'm saying? Like a plan of the day, or even, and women don't understand that. They think like they accuse you of being fucking gay and all kinds of other shit. You know what I'm saying? They don't, and they're jealous. Women are actually jealous of those kinds of bonds. It's the truth. Women are jealous of those kinds of bonds, but what they don't understand is that's what helps a man keep his fucking sanity.
Sanity.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Those bonds are fucking priceless, and you want to kind of have a mesh of those bonds where you have like
Hold
a
on,
collect.
man. Say that again, man. It help us. It help you what?
It helps you got to have those bonds, you know what I'm saying? Because it helps you move, it helps you get through life. You know what I'm saying? You
Keep
have
your
to have
damn
those, or
sanity.
you'll lose your fucking mind. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because it's like every day I need to be able to have somebody I could talk to before I go home.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
You
funny.
have to.
I have a real good friend of mine, man. We like that's like my brother.
And
Like
women, and I guarantee your girls probably accuse you of
oh,
being gay. Oh, y'all, that dude's gay. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Y'all booty buddies. Well,
And
y'all talking every day. You
you
know what I'm
said
saying?
I laugh. I'm like, oh man, it's just like what's her name?
Oh, dude, bro, dude. You know how many times I've been accused of being fucking being a Fruit Loop? Toucan Sam. Oh, y'all must be booty buddies because y'all be talking more to, and you must be married to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're jealous. I don't see.
Who call? What man calls another man that time of night?
Somebody having a fucking crisis.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It's like at the end of the day, it's like, some people just have to learn to respect these kinds of relationships. They're necessary. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
They're necessary.
Because
You know what I'm saying?
the man knows what another man's going through.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And even if it's a man and a woman, even plutonic relationships, it's just some people just need therapy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people can't afford it. You know what I'm saying? And some people just need to be able to talk so they have their fucking sanity. You know what I'm saying? Everybody needs it. And so I've been lucky that I have a collective of people that I talk with from 40 to 80. You know what I'm saying? I talk to people from every walk of life. I talk to, some of my friends' parents, Tony, my mom, my uncles, just good friends that I have, just friends that I have. I just talk to them, on a daily basis, successful people. Success understands success. So I can't talk to broke people about successful problems. You understand what I'm saying? I can't take advice. I can't take relationship advice from somebody who's fucking single. You see what I'm saying? So I can't take broke people advice. I can't take rich advice from broke people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it takes one to know one. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I've been very lucky that I have a collective of people that I just have to be able to talk to on a day-to-day basis, or I would go fucking crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, so build your network. You know what I'm saying? If you're around people that are growing, that are becoming successful, be around successful people. If you're addicted to money, talk to people that know that all they talk about is money. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
You like basketball, talk to people that that are analysts that like basketball. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is that brings you joy, whatever it is that gives you freedom,
Yeah.
whatever it is that gives you sanity.
I heard somebody say this before. You are 33% of everybody you hang around. So you take a little
You
piece.
are your surroundings. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You're right.
Gentlemen, man, it's been an awesome
Pleasure.
show.
Been a pleasure.
And it's been a great talk, man. And so, man, we're gonna head out, man. We appreciate y'all for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the Real King David, the King Started Today YouTube channel. It's across the bottom of your screen.
Thanks, guys. I'm checking out, like, comment, subscribe.
And also make sure you subscribe now to be on podcast with your guy T Swin, your boy
JB.
Man, say your name, bro.
Hey, Bizzle. Hey, Bizzle.
JB.
Man can't always be
Steve
wrong.
and Byron, LGC1, man. Exactly, man.
Always right, but we ain't always wrong.
Yeah.
Ain't never wrong.
Exactly.
Ain't never wrong.
And we'll see y'all soon, man. Hey, gentlemen, let's do this again. Hey, she got T Swin.
Hey. That was absolutely fantastic. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, let's leave one to freestyle, man, on the way out. Y'all got something? Hey. It's that boy T Swin, King David JB, coming live on your screen, trying to get the green, looking like a supreme team. You looking mean, riding through in that black Beamer so clean. With my queen, you know I keep a girl on the other side of the world, the diamonds and pearl. Yeah, I'm down with the swerve if the girl thick. It's that boy Tony, #1 draft pick, coming through when I'm riding slick, riding smooth. It's that boy Tony, and I'm taking you to school. Never been a fool, I'm too cool. Hey,
too cool.
Somebody jump in, man.
I can't. Hey. I make the beats.
Got you, man. Thank y'all for spending y'all evening with us, man. And we are out. Hey. Peace out.
Thank you guys again.